Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here. We're off for more of Donkey Kong 64. In the last episode, we defeat the Blaster Mag in Hideout Hill, collecting all 5 of the banana medals. The last banana medals in the game. You just put in all, well, we put at least half of our blueprints to helping us have enough time to do this with the help of Snide. And this episode, K.Rool is just up ahead, and we must go chase him down and kick his slimy butt. But before we do that, we want to hop back in here and blast to the top. We still have our infinite crystal coconuts for this level, which is very nice. Want to hop up here, and yes, we got to do the final and most toughest battle arena with the weakest Kong. I tell you, Diddy gets the hardest stuff. We also had a bit of trouble on his final minigame to shut down the thing, but that's a problem. So, a critter and 2 splats. Seems like we've already had this formation for... Really? I just got double teamed? I recover from a flinch, and I immediately get hit again before I can move. That's fair. Anyway, what I was saying was we have 2 splats and a critter, which was pretty much the one that we had in... Not Creepy Castle, is it? Can we move, please? It happened again! What is going on here? I can't even move! This is a great start. Not even 2 minutes into the video, not even 5 minutes into this battle mode, and freaking yelling already. Because they keep flipping shockwaving. But then again, like I said, Diddy's not the best to be taking these guys down. But as I was trying to say, like the one in... Oh, what was it? I believe it was in Creepy Castle or Crystal Caves, one of the 2. This was literally the exact same formation. But the only difference here is that we got to survive for 80 seconds. And not only that, we do not have infinite crystal coconuts for this, which is perfectly fine, because I don't mind using them to take out these splats. But another difference is, which is kind of rude, is that on the final 10 seconds, a 3rd splat wants to show up and ruin our day. Release it! Good. It didn't kill that guy! He was closer as well. Well, he walked closer into it, but he didn't get killed by it. Just release it. Well, 3rd time's the charm, I guess, because I'm actually doing not so bad here. Oh my god, that was too close. Jump, jump, jump. Oh my god, stop it. Right, and there comes the focus splat. Release. Alright, I'm charging now, I don't care. That was too close, twice. Wabooski! Alright, I'm fine. And we have the final battle crown in the game. Wow, those 2 first tries were absolute rubbish. I got double teamed twice immediately. Right, now, I did say I was going to show off the method of not taking any full damage at the end of the last episode, but I kind of forgot. What you want to do is run and crouch off the side and just keep holding crouch. But because I slipped, I didn't... Well, because I slipped, I reduced the amount of time that it took me to fall, so I didn't take full damage. But what you're supposed to do is this. If the camera would like to reorientate, would be nice. See, I'm still crouching. So, if I could just actually have the where the camera would actually be cooperative. If you fall like that and still crouch, you won't take a single bit of fall damage. Basically, that's all it is. But we finished this place with Diddy. But I'm going to be DK. Mainly because, you know, it's Donkey Kong 64. It's King K.Rool. We've got to finish this with DK. So let's chase this crocodilian down and head to his helm. This was the hideout. First we have the hideout, then we have the Blaster Mag, then we have the helm. Hideout helm, get it? So let's just roll on through this K.Roolian door of his. Head up here. We don't need any bombs. That's perfectly fine. We have Banana Port 1. I didn't say in the last episode, but it would have been obvious. This level's so short and so streamlined that you only have the 1 Banana Port. And that's only just to get back here, because once you make it to the Blast Mag and turn it off, we have a door with a Battle Crown symbol on it. Now, you can't actually see it because there's the Virtual Console version. So for whatever reason, it swaps the order on where these sprites are layered. But you're supposed to have 4 on top of that. You can actually see the number behind the layer, but it's supposed to be the other way around on the cartridge. You can't open this door unless you have 4 battle crowns, but we have all 10, so that's probably going to be an issue. If you remember this room, this was actually the room that we saw at the beginning of the game, where they were steering their way toward K.Rool Donkey Kong Isles, not K.Rool, because that's what this is. We also have the moon from, well, I guess the boss of K.Lumsy Galleon, as well as Creepy Castle. So maybe Creepy Castle was a digitally created world, maybe? Maybe that's what all these things are about. That's obviously telling us where DK Isles is. But yeah, some nice little things there. But because we have 4 out of 10, well, 10 out of 10 crystal crowns, we're able to go onwards, and that activates the next cutscene.
Damn it! Incompetent fools!
God damn, he escaped. Ah, this room. I would like to show this room off if possible. You can get to this room.
I'm off! Catch me if you can, you mugs!
Looks like he's rebuilt his flyer from Donkey Kong Country 2. Which is the reference to the technology that I mentioned, because this is like the most technology they've had. But yes, he's escaped, and he's preparing to take off. So, yeah, we were literally that close. Here's the room that we've always been seeing. And we hear banana fairies. Yeah, that's right, we're at the end of this, and no, you can't do this to catch up with him. Can I even hop onto that? Oh, yes, I can. Can I hop onto the side, please? Yeah! Break your controls. So, like I said earlier on in the game, these don't do anything. They're just here. You can't hit them, you can't interact with them. They're just there. It's weird. But, this is the view screen that he has. Whoa, what the hell? I just got stuck on... the light thing. That was weird. But yeah, this is where we've been seeing all those cutscenes. His view screen that he always interacts with. Which for some reason has a barrel inside. There is our key, and there are our last 2 banana fairies all in one. You cannot access them unless you have both the Nintendo coin and the Rareware coin. No matter what coin you don't have, if you walk up to there, your coin that you're currently playing as will say, maybe I should go back to Cranky even, and give him 15 banana medals in order to play his game, which will be Jetpack. Doesn't make any mention of Donkey Kong Arcade though, but then again, if you got the banana, you may not think to play it again, so... With Jetpack, the only time you play that is to get the Rareware coin, so that's a little bit more obvious. Plus, this key is actually a little bit buggy, and I've seen it happen a lot of times when I've seen Sawdust Link play the game. If you glitch into this room, or certain conditions are met, the key will be collected, but it won't actually count, and it will respawn here as soon as after you collect it, and you'll have to come back and grab it again. But normally, you have to have the door and the window. This is a rumour, but you have to have the door and the window on screen in order to collect it, which I don't think is a thing, because I've collected this every goddamn time and I've never had a problem. If it happens now, I'll be amazed, but I won't find that out until after I pause and check it out. So let me see here. I'm actually curious if it's happened. No, it didn't happen. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, let me try and get one of these fairies in the middle here. That fairy, for some reason, does not want to be registered. That's because that when you catch one of them, you technically catch both. But you can't catch one of them, you can only catch the other, which is very weird, because they should both count, shouldn't they? Technically they do, but like I said, they're both collected as one, and this one's the only one with a hitbox. As you saw right there, that one was nowhere near, but it still counts. And with that, we have all 20 banana fairies! Well done, Donkey. You've rescued all the fairies. Now come back and see me. And everything's maxed out. 30 bombs out of the original 20. Oh, whoops. Wait, my crystal coconuts didn't get refilled. Oh, that's because they're technically infinite. That's fair game. What I'm supposed to have is 40 of those and 30 film. But of course, because I have infinite in this level, it didn't affect them. But if we go to this collection screen, we now have literally this entire circle of collectibles collected! Look at those numbers! We're technically 100% now, guys. And there's nothing else to do here. So, we could exit level with the menu, but just to be nice, I guess, I'm going to exit the way that they intend you to do. Just because it's the final level and we're not wasting too much time. Because, I mean, for one thing, we haven't even used this banana port yet, and now we have no reason to do so. Let's just leave. And there we go. We're done. Every level of the game. All that's left to do now is to hand in the key. Oh my god, I've went the wrong way. All is now left to do is just to hand in the key to K.Lumsy and free him as well. So, let's go do that. First, we've got to get down without hurting ourselves. Maybe I could demonstrate here. Can I jump on the lid here? Alright. Come over here. Okay. Let me see if I can do this time. Fall here. There we go. No full damage. Oh, come on. I'm always slipping. Thanks, game. I'm not allowed to show off the trick when it actually matters, am I? That's fair. Oh well, I took full damage again. No big deal. Let's just go hand in this key and be done with it. Not really much else to say at this point because we're pretty much at the end of this game. I mean, I want to finish this before I go back to Earthbound, so at least then there's another thing off my plate, and then I can just marathon Earthbound. Let's hand in this funnel key! Let's release the beast! There we go! He's free! Now how's he going to get out of this teeny weeny door? Whee! I love that. And we get the next cutscene already. He's taking off. That is a weird way on getting lift. But I guess if you don't have a runway, how else are you going to do it? I like how he has that little pirate flag on the tail end. And you can also see that teeny weeny little hole where he like popped way through. This music is awesome, by the way. Look at this. Boing! Yeah, apparently he has warp drive, but you're right next door to the island, so what's the problem? So yeah, he's going to fly to the island and start shooting with missiles. But K.Lumsy is unleashed, and he's going to help us. Let's keep the island safe. Look at this big lug. That's awesome. I'm just going to be quiet for now. Wait a minute, that wasn't there before. Where'd that come from? Oh no! Welp! That just happened. And that was very quick. But look how empty this is now without the big lug here. Look at this. Where'd the cage even go? How do you even get out? The hole is not that big. It's kind of funny actually, because the hole is basically the same as it is from the outside, maybe a little bit bigger, but it's not to scale big. In fact, yeah, the archway is the same size for you, but not for K.Lumsy. It's kind of crazy. But before we even go investigate what's going on there, we need to hand in those last banana fairies. So let's go pay a visit to the Queen of the Fairies. And that was the wrong banana port. I meant to take number 5. There we go. That block is still destroyed in the background. It's kind of funny. Yeah, we haven't got maximum of these. Whoopity-doo. Let me just grab a few. I'm not going to be able to grab enough. In fact, there might be a few indoors that we're not going to be able to grab, so I'm not going to be able to max them out. And when you start your file, you're not maxed out anyway, so that's a thing. But, hello! Let's turn the camera. There we go. Hello! I've returned! Tiny, oh Tiny, you did it! You rescued all the banana fairies and have restored peace to Banana Fairy Island. Thank you. I can now reveal our secret. As we already know, Yeah, I actually pointed it out, didn't I? It's the freaking rareware banana. It's been such a while. Tiny, thanks once again. Banana Fairy Kingdom is eternally grateful to you and your friends. Of course, I kept playing it stupid, but at the same time, I forgot that I actually showed it off in a video by standing against the door and clipping the camera through that you can actually see the banana. But yes, like I said, this banana is special. It's not got a Nintendo 64 logo on it, it's got a Rareware logo on it. And we now have 6 out of 5. We broke the counter. We have 101% completion, guys. Fun fact, you don't actually need to beat the final boss in order to beat the game. We technically beaten the game already. The final boss is just a final minigame for you to beat. So, let's play complete, guys. We're not doing the final boss. It's pointless. Okay, that's not really true, because we've actually got... Once you have 101%, you actually do get a little bit tagged onto the credits. So, that you can't actually view in the mystery menu, on the main menu of the game before you select your save files. So, that's a thing that we got to cover as well. So let me just go grab these crystal coconuts, because I'm like this. I want to loot everything that she has to offer. I like how her chair's also a banana, like banana skin. That's pretty clever. Hopefully that wasn't a go on banana lady. But yes, we have broken counters. She has 6 out of 5, 26 out of 25, 201 out of 200. What is this sorcery? It's funny because, like, in the other Donkey Kong Country games, you don't break counters. It's just getting all the banana bit birds in Donkey Kong Country 3, and then getting the ending after that, and it just basically means you've got 103% in a way. Well, if you've done everything else as well. But yeah, that's that. So, a little bit of a shorter video than usual, but there's not really much else to cover, really. So, you know what? I'm going to spend a little bit of extra time to do something else. But before I do, I want to pause. I want to save the game. Because once we go in, we're going to get stuck. So, yeah, that's a thing. And I don't want my stuff being halved, so I'm going to make a save state as well. I haven't made it since the beginning of this episode, just in case this episode went wrong. But I feel like we're okay now, because we're at the end and I can just redo this at some point. So I want to make a restore point here. If you're on the 64 version, you're just going to have to hit reset, but this is just for convenience for the Let's Play. Before we go find out where K.Rool crashed, because we've got a little bit of extra time, I want to cover this in this episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Snide's. I'll meet you guys there. Alright, we are back at Snide's. Now, there was, like I said, there was something in the bonus menu that is not actually intended to be in the game. And that's what I want to go do. We could have done this at the time, but I wanted to get the final level done first, because this will pretty much put you in a no-win situation. We want to go to bonus, and we want to go to, dare I say it, Beaver Bobber. The reason being is because if we go in, obviously we can't pause and get out. So, if we can just leave by winning or losing the minigame, I can just walk straight into the hole and get out if this doesn't work. What you want to do is go here, and then you want to press A and B at the same time. It did not work. I know there's a button combination for this. I can't remember it though. So I'll give it a couple of tries. I like how I whacked my chompers onto the side, and that stopped me from falling. So let me give it another go. I know there's some method of doing this. There we go! Got it on the second try. What I did is I pressed A and B at the same time as choosing a minigame. Instead of going to the minigame, we have a creepy clone in front of us. Welcome to the secret test room of Snide's HQ. It has angry Aztec area things, and it also has a balloon, banana balloon, for DK, and it will go to any level regardless of what you're in. And then, yeah, so even if you have 100 DK bananas, no matter what level you access this level in, it will go to whatever totals you have for that level, and if you are DK Isles, it will basically give you 10 bananas for DK Isles. So you think, but obviously these things don't actually give you percentage, so it wouldn't change anything. It would just be like, oh, I have 10 bananas in DK Isles, something that you can't normally do. Problem is, you can't save your progress here. I'm trying to press pause right now. I cannot press pause. I don't know if you can hear that. I cannot pause. So therefore I can't even exit. And like I said, there's this creepy DK clone here. He's dead inside. And all he does is blink. Blink, please. There we go. You were being creepy for a moment there. And his model's also a little bit different. It's like the DK that we're playing as is a little more hunched over. Or maybe, yeah, even when he stands up to do that animation, he's not completely down. It's kind of weird. Yeah, the other model's, like, not as hunched over. And his feet and hands are a little bit of a lighter colour as well. We're a little bit more pinkish. And, yeah, you can also do this. It's like, if I can do it correctly. I can't do it. We are one! If you go into first person, you can actually see the inside of his mouth, including, well, his tongue. It's weird. So yeah, he just, for some reason, he just stands there. Maybe that's where you're supposed to spawn. Maybe that's the placeholder for it. You got these 4 platforms, you can jump over them, and they don't seem to do anything. It's like that this is a test room that is fully textured, but at the same time, the game doesn't know that you're actually in gameplay, and therefore you can't pause. And none of these pillars do anything, which is strange as well. You can chuck bombs, they don't bounce off the wall properly, which is strange. And yeah, that's really it. I don't know what this is supposed to actually test. It's like part of a test room that they were deleting, but they didn't fully delete it or something. And you can't fall. Yeah, only that part of the room is textured. If you go too far, however, you restart back here. Actually, I'm curious. If I do this and get myself hurt without missing, that would be nice. Yeah, you can't even lose health in here. You're invincible. The only time in the game that you're invincible is here. So if you were thinking, oh, I'll just kill myself and get a game over, chances are you'll probably actually just respawn in here anyway. But even so, you can't even kill yourself to get out, which is strange. Let's just shoot a bullet into the blackness. Yeah, sometimes they just don't render properly. They just disappear. If we turn the camera and we go too far, we'll ourselves disappear. There's like a weird black box. And the creepiest thing is if I make it black and walk forward. There we go. It's so weird. And I'm trying to kill myself here, but it's not working. I'm invincible. I swear I am. Yeah, I do not lose health. Unless my health is glitched out as well. Well, that didn't help. I thought that would have bugged me out or something. So yeah, we can't even die. We can just expend all of our ammo and we're just trapped in here. We can't do anything. So those 10 bananas are never going to count. So at this point, you will just have to reset the game. But in my case, I also have a restore point, so I can just load that up. But I wanted to show that off, and because we had spare time in this episode, I thought, you know what, might as well. Because now I can just take Banana Port 3, back on our file that we're already on. Don't have to restock or anything like that, because, whoop, well, K.Lumsy is nowhere to be found, but looks like this is where K.Rool crash landed. And it's not a pretty sight. But I think in the next episode, guys, will be the finale of the main story, at least, of Donkey Kong 64. We still got bonus episodes to do. We've got loads of bonus episodes. Well, not loads, but a lot of extra content to cover now that we've got at least 100% on one file, because now we would have all Kongs unlocked for the Kong Battle mode. We would also have all the stuff unlocked in Mystery, because that's tied to how many banana fairies you have from at least one saved file already existing on your system. And yeah, so for now though, in the next episode, guys, we're going to be taking on the final boss of Donkey Kong 64. See you guys then.